So you've heard of satellite television, and you have an idea of how cable internet works. Well, maybe not. But what is satellite internet? It's an internet signal from space, which makes it available virtually everywhere and anywhere. That sounds pretty cool, but how does it work? Before we get into that, it's important to understand the concept of geostationary orbit. This complicated-sounding term refers to an orbital pattern many satellites use that positions them 22,500 miles away, directly above the equator, and exactly matches the Earth's rotation. This means that, from our perspective, the satellite stays in the exact same position in the sky all the time as the Earth itself is spinning. Here's a fun fact. In order to stay in exact rotation with the Earth at that distance, the satellites are cruising along at about 1.91 miles per second, or nearly 7,000 miles per hour. Okay, why is this helpful to anyone? Satellites act like mirrors, allowing us to bounce information from one point on the globe to another. And because these satellites are stationary, so to speak, we always know where to find them. These satellites connect to dishes on the ground called Earth terminals. Did you know that Viasat currently has a fleet of satellites, with more to come, to keep our millions of users both in the air and on the ground connected? Now we can talk about how this all works. Since you're probably already familiar with satellite television, let's start there to introduce the equipment it takes to make this happen. Each satellite TV subscriber has an antenna installed on their home, and that antenna is constantly pointed at the same position in the sky where the TV satellite is. When a customer turns on their TV, the programming is getting beamed from the TV station's gateway to the satellite directly to the antenna outside and fed to the TV. Because TV customers only receive a signal, meaning nothing is being sent back to the satellite, this signal is called one-way. Now, think about a website you use often, like any social media site. When you look at someone else's photo, you are receiving data. When you upload a picture, you are sending data. So satellite internet customers need a two-way signal, which means it's flowing in both directions at the same time. That's where we come in. Every time a satellite internet customer accesses the internet, there is a constant, nearly instantaneous connection between their device, a wireless router, a modem, an antenna, the satellite, the Earth terminal, and the internet. Depending on the customer, we have different types of antennas and modems, whether they're in the air, a disaster relief center, in the government, at a business, or in a home. So thanks to this amazing technology and our growing fleet of satellites, we can serve our wide variety of customers. Now that is pretty cool.